I don't always buy crazy Chinese knives, but when I do, I don't know. Honestly, I didn't really think farther ahead than just that setup there. I don't know what I do, but I did order a crazy Chinese knife, and we're about to take a look at it. This is going to be one of the wilder ones I've done. I will link down below where you can get this if you are interested. This is not an inexpensive knife, and it is pretty wild. Let me go ahead and tell you what the name of this knife is before I forget. This is the Penitential. Penitential? Never heard of that word. It is a real word. I had to look it up. It's actually based off of the word penance. So if something is penitential, penitential, that means it's of penance variety. This is designed by Mundus Knives. Or I guess it's designed by Andrews. My gosh, I'm just failing today. Mundus Knives, Andrews. I don't know if Mundus actually manufactured this. I don't know what that whole deal is, because Mundus does a lot of designs for like Poikilo, and they do collaborations, but this is not Poikilo related. This is pure Mundus, but I don't know if they actually have a factory or what the deal is. It's going to be crazy. So in a huge, nice box there, we've got a cool, freaky looking card here. I don't know if they drew this up or if this is number one of 2000. I'm assuming this is one of 2000. That whole thing, the non-numbered thing. And honestly, 2000's a big number. I don't know if that's really worth bragging about. Like, I don't know what the normal run for crazy knives are, but I can't imagine any company making more than 2,000 of something like this. So, but whatever. Nonetheless, kind of cool. We got a little card there. We got all kinds of goodies. We got all kinds of goodies in here, which is good. It's good because, not cheap. So we have a handkerchief here with the design of the knife. So this is the first peek of the knife. Very cool though. Branded Mundus, right? So they made this. That's pretty neat, honestly. That is pretty cool. We got that bad boy right there. And then I think we've got another one with that crazy design in there. Very cool. I'm usually of the mindset I prefer the knife to be cheaper rather than get extra fluff. But like a quality handkerchief like this, you can't beat that. So this is that kind of feathered creature again. You're going to notice a bit of a religious theme with this knife. We've got angels here. I think this is somewhat based off of that biblical representation of like the angel, right? That everyone talks about with the interlocking circles and all the eyes. That whole thing maybe is what kind of inspired this potentially. I'm not sure. I don't know for sure. I'm just making stuff up now. And my gosh, we got so much stuff. What is this? An informational sheet here. It's actually got some English on it. They've got the Alchem. They've got, Fusion Angel. This creation combines religion, angel studies, and mythical, following an angelical image with 8 objects. Here are 3 of the objects. Wow, I don't know. There's like a mythos involved here. Wild. That's pretty cool. Honestly, that's pretty cool. I like things with like a little bit of backstory behind them and things like that. It just kind of makes it cool, makes it kind of fun. We've got a sheath right here. Looks like it's kind of faux leather. Not really faux leather. It's actually like a shiny canvas type material here. Kind of looks like a coffin. That's kind of cool with polished buttons there. That's neat. And then now we're finally getting closer to actually unboxing the knife here. So is this one of the... Yeah, this is one of the fully sealed things. Ooh, double sealed. Holy crap. We've got a couple of crosses right here. This looks like it could be a tool, actually. I think this is a tool for the knife itself. And now, all right, here we go. Here is the penitence. Sorry about that. This is the V2 of this particular knife style. I forget what the original version's called. It's very similar to this. Just changed a few things. Couple noteworthy. Wow, a lot going on here. So mostly titanium. I don't think this is zirconium. It doesn't feel like zirconium in terms of weight. I think it's blackened tie is what we probably have going on there. We've got some probably brass rings going on here. Kind of a cool eye thing. We got crosses all over. Double pocket clip. Double pocket clip on both sides. Let's see if we can open this. There is the blade right there. I believe we're rocking M390. It's got some Latin. I looked that up when I purchased this, and now I cannot, for the life of me, remember what that Latin stands for. Surprisingly comfortable. I'm not going to lie. That's actually very, very comfortable if you hold it right here. Holy crap, that is insane. You've got all of this sharp stuff, but like this part of the handle, and even these pocket clips, which I would argue probably don't function that well. I don't see these going in your pocket very well, but I'll try it out. This is actually very, very comfortable. It's not technically compound ground, right? This is all flat ground, but it does seem to have like some distal taper. Yeah, it's got some distal taper up to the tip there. You got the recurve in the back, M390. It's got a blasted finish to it. Looks like not a duotone, single tone. It's got these little tiny thumb studs there. There's the Mundus logo. We've got the cross right there. And then it is a button lock. Ow. Ooh. Okay, so this guy can hit the back of your... If you're up too high and you go to fling it open like this, this will hit your finger right there. And of course, we've got front flipper. What else we have? You can probably do, yep, you can do that. So you can do the old reach around. It's got that up there. And then probably some of this difficulty is just trying to do it sideways. That doesn't work as well. I thought maybe you could do the thumb up there, but it doesn't work as well. Lockup is really, really solid. So I think this is a traditional plunge lock. That's what I was kind of wondering, like, is this? Yeah, so it is. I was hoping it was maybe like some new kind of locking mechanism. It's not. It is kind of interesting though, but it is a traditional plunge lock. It's a two-piece, so this unscrews. You can see it. If you go to the website that I'm going to link down below, they've got like a 3D diagram exploded with all the different parts and stuff. So this is a two-piece because the post of the plunge lock goes through the tang there. So that's how that kind of travels around, which isn't anything new. We've have stop pins kind of doing that same thing. This one is interesting because the button is placed towards the front of the knife instead of at the back. But honestly, it can, right? There's no reason for it to be at the back. Super smooth. Detent is about as good as it could be for a plunge lock. So not bad, nice and crisp. I'd imagine as I break it in, it'll get better. No lock stick whatsoever. Let's see if I can. You do get a little bit of some cool acoustics, a little bit of tinging. That's pretty neat. Pretty symmetrical. In fact, almost exactly symmetrical on both sides, except for this button right there. So that's kind of cool. It is ambidextrous. You've got clips on both sides, like I mentioned right there. You got a lot of detail going on. Very like futuristic, anime-inspired type stuff. Do we have lightning going on in there? Not really, huh? Not really any lightning per se, but it is like very skeletonized overall. This backspacer is wild. I don't know exactly what's going on there. You can see that post going through there. It's like a floating... Then it's probably connected back here. This probably goes all the way through, so that's pretty cool. This kind of creates like a neat little floating piece right there in the middle. This comes in a bunch of different kind of configurations. This is actually the base configuration, right? This is the lowest configuration that you can get. They only get fancier from here. They got Mokutai, Damascus. They've got a version that's all etched on here for crazy, crazy money. I honestly... I can't believe how comfortable this is. Like holding it like this, that is not comfortable like that. Holding it like this, it is insanely comfortable. You get a full 4-finger grip with a little bit left over here, and it is crazy comfortable. That is wild. Huh, interesting. Interesting design. I really like the textures going on. You've got some milling in here. You've got the black over the top. The only exposed hardware is this pocket clip screw that goes all the way through right there. I don't even know how you would take this apart. And I wonder what this tool... I wonder if that's just to remove the buttons. I wonder if you have to... I bet these are the That's what it is. So here's the hardware. These decorative pieces here must be the hardware actually holding the knife together. And then you use this tool to take that apart if you need to. Very neat. I mean, you know, not everyone's cup of tea. Kind of like I said at the beginning, if I'm going to buy a wild Chinese knife, I'm going to go all the way. I'm going to get the craziest, most insane knives you can get, aside from like fancy, right? Like I would never pay the money. I mean, never say never, but I would never pay the money for the like upscaled version of this. But the baseline version is pretty wild enough as it is. So I'll link down below if you want to buy one of these. I think I've got I don't know, do I got a discount code? I might have a discount code or like a referral code. I don't know. I can't remember. I set these things up and I don't usually promote this kind of stuff, so I forget about it. But I might have something for this retailer. I have to go back through my information and see if I have anything. If I do, I'll post it down below. If I don't, I guess I didn't find it or I was too lazy. But the Penitential, very cool knife, nice acoustics, smooth as balls, and just wild. I mean, what a showpiece. All right, guys, comment down below. What do you think? I'll talk to you later. See ya.